This video is a review/critique of the first official soundtrack release for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, album titled Songs of Friendship and Magic. In my opinion, this soundtrack release, while a good step in the right direction, is riddled with a number of errors that taint what could be an excellent release. Since this is currently only a digital release, one of its problems, theoretically the problems I discuss in this review could be fixed easily. As far as I know, as of the creation of this video, the problems have not been fixed. First off, one of the problems with this album is that it is digital only, when a physical CD release would have been nice to have. I mean, Transformers Prime, another show on the Hub, got a great soundtrack release, complete with an audio CD. Why can't MLP get that? Here it is on Amazon. And that's another thing. Why is the My Little Pony album only being sold on iTunes and Google Play? Why not Amazon? Ignoring international fans for a moment, there are some US citizens who either choose not to use iTunes or are unable to use it. And the same thing applies to Google Play. It's not exactly the most convenient way to download music. I won't get detailed, but let's just say I used neither of these sources, and I will not use them until Hasbro fixes the errors in this soundtrack. Despite its problems, there are also things that this album release does very well, and should be commended for. I'll get to these things in due time. First off, let's do some comparisons. Right off the bat, first track we have one of the last songs from Season 1. Okay, that's cool, I guess, but why no theme song? Hang on, here's the theme song I'm talking about.
My little pony, my little pony, I used to wonder what friendship could be, until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure, tons of fun, a beautiful heart, faithful and strong, sharing kindness, it's an easy feat, and magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Did you know you're all my very best friends?
Anyway, here's the beginning of At the Gala, as heard on TV.
I can't believe we're finally here. With all that we've imagined, the reality of this night is sure to make this the best night ever! At the gala. At the gala. In the garden.
And here's how At the Gala sounds on the album.
I can't believe we're finally here. With all that we've imagined, the reality of this night is sure to make this the best night ever! At the gala.
Is that still Tara Strong re-recording and uncredited? Or did Rebecca Schoikert try to imitate Twilight's speaking voice? Now listen to the endings.
At the gala.
Listen to that nice reverb and echo on that ending. Here's the TV version.
At the gala.
There are fireworks sound effects. And normally you'd be hearing Spike saying "yeah" right afterwards, but in the version I downloaded, that was removed by substituting in the rear surround channels, and you can hear the crowd sound effects as they fade out. Let's compare the TV and album versions of Art of the Dress, 8th in the show, but 2nd on the album. There are hits and misses here as well. Pros: it removes sound effects as expected. Listen to this.
Pinkie Pie something pink, Fluttershy something breezy, blend color and form, do you think it looks cheesy?
Take away Opal's meow and the faucet and you have this.
Pinkie Pie something pink, Fluttershy something breezy, blend color and form, do you think it looks cheesy?
But what's this? The booklet has lyrics? Great! But they're for the second part of the song, the reprise. The lyrics for what we have on the album are missing, and the recording of the reprise is absent. Here's an example of how the two parts of the song could have been strung together.
Yard by yard, never stressed, and that's the art of the dress. Now, the stars on my belt need to be technically accurate. Orion has...
So that's one of the major problems here. They put the first part of the song on the album, but forgot the second part, and they printed the lyrics for the second part while omitting the first part. Who is responsible for this? Have both parts on the album. Finally, for Art of the Dress, let's listen to the ending of the song. This is what the album is missing. I got this from the TV version.
All we ever want is indecision. All we really like is what we know. Gotta balance style with adherence, making sure we make a good appearance. Even if you simply have to fudge it, make sure that it stays within our budget. Got to overcome intimidation. Remember, it's all in the presentation. Piece by piece, snip by snip, croup, duck, haunch, shoulders, hip, bolt by bolt, primmed and pressed, yard by yard, always stressed, and that's the art of the dress.
Next song worth discussing briefly, the Smile Song, 8th song of Season 2, 3rd on the album. The table of contents in the booklet credit Monique Creeper's choir, the Cypress Singers, as the choir in At the Gala. We knew this back in August 2012, if you check the wiki. That's great and all, but why no credits for the choirs of the Smile Song or the Flim Flam Brothers song? Anyway, now for the Laughter Song, aka Giggle at the Ghostly. Here's what the beginning sounds like on TV.
Oh, girls, don't you see? When I was...
And on the album.
When I was a little...
Here's where the song transitions to the chorus, where Pinkie Pie sings Laugh to Make Them Disappear on TV.
Disappear. Ha, ha, ha. So giggle at the ghostly.
On the album.
Them disappear. Ha, ha, ha. So giggle at the ghostly.
It's a shorter transition on the album. Compare the chorus with the laughter. It sounds like they re-recorded the laughter. TV.
So giggle at the ghostly, guffaw at the grossly, crack up at the creepy, whoop it up with the weepy, chortle at the kooky, snortle at the spooky.
Album.
So giggle at the ghostly, guffaw at the grossly, crack up at the creepy, whoop it up with the weepy, chortle at the kooky, snortle at the spooky.
Finally, there seems to be some sort of audio glitch with Shannon Shawnkent's laughing. Listen to the original TV version.
Scary face to take a hike and leave you alone, and if he thinks he can scare you, then he's got another thing coming, and the very idea of such a thing just makes you wanna...
Now listen to how it sounds on the album and try telling me there's nothing wrong with the thing that sounds like a glitch. Although they did extend the length of the laughter. A re-record maybe?
Victim scary face to take a hike and leave you alone, and if he thinks he can scare you, then he's got another thing coming, and the very idea of such a thing just makes you wanna...
Next we have B.B.B.F.F. What are the lyrics to this song? Huh? These are the lyrics to This Day Aria, Part 1. Okay, play This Day Aria.
This day is going to be perfect, the kind of day of which I dreamed since I was small. Every pony will gather round, see I look lovely in my gown. What they don't know is that I have fooled them all. This day was going to be perfect.
Sounds great. Are there lyrics for this? Yes, but only the reprise, sung by Queen Chrysalis. Okay, let's listen to that. What? It's not on the soundtrack? I'll have to dig into my other copy of the songs to hear this one.
This day has been just perfect, the kind of day of which I've dreamed since I was small. Every pony I'll soon control, every stallion, mare and foal, who says a girl can really have it all.
As you can see, Hasbro messed up here too. No lyrics for B.B.B.F.F. and no recording of the reprise of This Day Aria as performed by Kathleen Barr. Shame on you, Hasbro. Before we get to the last track, I wanted to point out this page of the booklet. Technically there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just another example of Hasbro using the same old, tired vectors of their characters that they always use. The booklet is rife with vectors used since Season 1, and these particular images make the characters look worse than they do on the show. Overall very lazy whenever they appear. How hard would it be to just ask DHX to make some better vectors of the characters? Too expensive? Psh. Also, there's this map. The only other version of this map that we have, with the Crystal Empire present, has an Entertainment Weekly watermark on it. Now the final track, Love Is in Bloom. The show version had a lot of talking and sound effects in it, and it was short. A few days after the Season 2 finale aired, we got to hear the song's second verse, in various different forms and places. But as you can see here, the digital booklet is missing those second verse lyrics, heard here.
Your special day, we celebrate now. The pony way, your friends are all right here. Won't let these moments disappear, because love is in bloom.
So those are the goods and bads about the first official My Little Pony Friendship is Magic soundtrack album, but it's still missing a ton of great songs from the first 2 seasons of the show. I've included those missing and omitted songs in a separate video, which you can see by clicking here. In addition to songs by Daniel Ingram, another thing that would be nice to have on an album or soundtrack, physical or not, is background music from the show, written by William Anderson. I'm not going to make a video about that, but you can hear his brilliant musical work highlighted in the videos of other YouTubers, including Infinity Dash, Sen555, and Homestar14, as of the time I made this video. See the description for more info. That's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. My next video will be whatever I choose to complete next, and it will be completed whenever I manage to find the time and motivation to finish it. Subscribe if you want to, but I don't fish for subscribers. If you like this video and your YouTube account is connected to Twitter, you'll mention me in your tweet.
Piece by piece, snip by snip, group dock hard, shoulders hip, bolt by bolt, trimmed and pressed, yard by yard, always stressed, and that's the art of the dress.